This is the employer's voice. A week ago, we told you what happened at Normandien Farms. The parliamentary mob, the armed police, the forced entry, the racist abuse, the complete disregard for food and mouth biosecurity protocols. We said it then. This was hooliganism by people who should know better. One thing is absolutely clear. This inspection had nothing to do with worker safety. It had nothing to do with workers' rights. It was political parties using the machinery of the state for political leverage. Period. Today, we name the rogue organizations involved, and we ask the question as to why they have not been held accountable. Cusate had two representatives in the group that invaded Normandien Farms. Cusate is a trade union federation. It is not a regulatory body. It has no designation under the Basic Conditions of Employment Act. It has no authority under the Occupational Health and Safety Act. It has no statutory power to enter a private workplace as part of an enforcement operation. Its presence at Normandien Farms was not incidental. It was part of a coordinated group that forced entry through a security gate, ignored biosecurity protocols during the foot and mouth outbreak, and fanned out across a private site without escort. On the evening of the invasion, union officials were outside Normandien Farms gates attempting to sign up employees as members. The farm is already unionized. It is already registered with the relevant bargaining council. There was no legitimate organizing gap to fill. This poses the question, is there a link between declining union membership in the Newcastle textile sector and organized labor working with the Department of Labor to pressure employers? The textile industry is shedding jobs, membership is falling. And here was Cusate, inside the gates of the region's biggest employer, on the day of a hostile inspection that found nothing. This was not a coincidence. It had nothing to do with protecting workers. It is about rebuilding union relevance on the back of a hostile state operation against a compliant employer. An EFF member of parliament was also part of the group. This is characteristic of EFF behavior. A local EFF figure has been identified as a potential instigator. The parliamentary group was already in Newcastle investigating the textile industry. Again, this poses the question, did this individual use that visit as an opportunity to direct the group towards Normandien Farms as a high-profile target that would generate social media traction? We have been informed that an MK member of parliament was among those whose behavior was aggressive and contemptible. Multiple members of parliament filmed and posted videos during the inspection, before any findings had been made, before anyone knew whether there was anything to find. This is political content creation at a business's expense. This is a law-abiding business. It was targeted because it is large, visible, and in a region where political actors are competing for relevance. Workers' safety was never the concern. Workers' rights were never the concern. Political leverage was the concern. The inspection found nothing. The prohibition notice was for dust. It was issued without inspectors walking the site, and when the delegation left, they told management, "You can open again tomorrow." The prohibition notice was never real. It was all theatre. Charges have been laid for criminal injury. Parliament has been written to. But the three organizations at the center of this, Cusate, the EFF and MK, have not been held to account. NIASA has warned from the outset. This could happen to any employer. It is clear that political parties looking for social media traction, unions looking for members, and government departments looking to demonstrate activity found a common target. None of it had anything to do with the safety or rights of the workers at Normandien Farms. Those workers have jobs because of Normandien Farms. They were put at risk by this invasion, not protected by it. Employers need to understand this, and they need to be prepared. Know what authority each of them carries, and do not be intimidated. The people arriving at your gate with cameras and demands have never built a business. They have never met a payroll. They have never created a single job. You have. And that is what matters. Do not let people who have never built anything destroy what you have created. If this happens to your business, do not try to handle it alone. Contact Nyasa immediately. We have the legal expertise, the tools, and the experience to make sure you know exactly what your rights are and exactly how to exercise them.